into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Good morning, South Africa. So good to see you guys again. So good to see you guys,
an official
team.
wave there. I like that.
Morning. Okay, you guys, 'tis the season to make babies. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Everybody's making babies,
crazy,
and we
man.
bring you the deets on the latest celebrity couple to be doing just that.
Oh, and they're one of our favorite couples
love
as well,
them.
man. Yeah.
Very, very favorite indeed. And then, of course, we're also celebrating our hip-hop artists. You do not want to miss out on that. And coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, the Macbeth witches are going to be causing chaos.
Toil and trouble.
And we mean chaos, man. Proper chaos. Now, we know it's still early days, but hopefully you are still sticking to those New Year's resolutions. Are you managing?
Yeah.
The secret is to keep them vague.
Yeah, just keep it very vague. Like, yeah, I'm gonna work this year. I'm gonna work and I'm gonna make money. No, we want you to be practical about it and make sure that you set those that you can actually stick to. So we've got some great advice coming your way. It's all about New Year's resolutions.
Exactly. Well, so much more to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You know what to do. Stay right where you are. Maybe get a cup of coffee, and let's see what's happening in the weather.
Get that cup of coffee and enjoy that cup of coffee. Good morning from my end. Let's start off your morning quickly with a look at your weather and those temperatures. Now, South Africa can expect very warm conditions today with temperatures ranging from the high 20s to the mid 30s, even reaching the 40s in Uppington today. Boiling hot, so please stay cool and hydrated. Your temperatures, Polokwane 13 minimum with a maximum 28 degrees, Mbombela 16.27, Pretoria 16.32, Johannesburg 15 minimum this morning with a maximum 30, Mahikeng 19.35. Nice and hot. Klerksdorp 19.34 with a couple of thunder showers expected. Kimberley can also expect some thunder showers for today. 20 minimum with a maximum of a very hot 37 degrees. Bloemfontein 18.34 also with a couple of thunder showers. Some showers expected for Richards Bay. 19 minimum with a maximum 28. Pietermaritzburg 16.24. Durban 22 and a high of 26. Mthatha starting off on 14 reaching a high of 26 degrees. East London 20 and a mild 24. Cradock a very hot day expected, 15.36 later on today. Port Elizabeth 19.25, George 17.24, Sutherland starting off on 11 degrees minimum with a maximum 30, Cape Town 18.28, Worcester 15.34, Springbok 11.32 and Uppington at 24 with a maximum of a very, very hot 42 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 6:30 bulletin. We'll keep you updated. I'm back just after 7 with another update.
Thank you, Ewan. Well, let's take a first look at your roads this morning, and we start off in Gauteng and Edenvale. Now, on the R24 westbound, there's a truck on fire at the N12 highway merge. That ramp's been closed, so please be patient on that route as you can expect major delays. Then in central Johannesburg, there's a power outage affecting traffic lights at various junctions in the CBD. Please remember to treat all traffic lights as a four-way stop, those that are not working. And in the Western Cape and Gugulethu on the N2 inbound, there's been an accident before the airport exit is likely to cause heavy delays this morning. And that's where we leave your traffic for now. I have another update coming your way in half an hour.
Pharma Dynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Good morning. It's time for us to take a look at what's happening on social media. Our very first post of the day. Did you know that what you focus on, you become? Well, that's what someone said at some time in history. Do you write out your goals or do you actually have a vision board? That's the question. Let's see what Mariska has to say. Mariska says she's a bit old school. She finds that writing out her goals aims to work much better for her. Gwyneth says, I never write down anything as I have a doctor's handwriting, so I prefer to visualize my goals. Nathan Paul says, good morning. Oh, I do both because writing just makes things easy and putting on a vision board just helps to remind me. And then Valdine says, morning guys, I just strive for my goals and make sure I fight and work very hard to achieve them. And then Wanda ends it off with saying, I used to write them down, but none of them were ever successful. Hashtag sad. So the trick is once you write them down, you actually have to work to make them happen. I'm just saying, put it out there. Anyways, let us know, do you like to write down your goals or do you prefer a vision board?
That's almost half an hour. You've been going half an hour and 30 seconds.
Good
Well done.
core workout.
So what Ewan is doing here is a brief demonstration of our latest celebrity challenge. It's the Hoop Da Loop. You can see we have got 3 varied size of hula hoops here. You're going to have 90 seconds as a celebrity guest to score as many points as possible, or at least not to lose as many points as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you 300 points because we just love you that much and we want to start you on the right footing. Every time you drop the hoop, you lose 10 points, and the person with the most points at the end then obviously sits on. It's tough, eh?
That's tough.
That's actually like an Olympic-sized, I don't know, exercise hoop. So you'll get 3 different sizes of hoops. That's basically how it's going to play out. This is going to put your mental and your physical game to the ultimate test. Hopefully our 3 witches this morning will be up to the task.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, every time that the hula hoop drops, 10 points come off that scoreboard.
That was about 30 seconds there. How was that, eh?
It was about 40 seconds, man. What are you saying?
No, it was about 5 minutes or so. So we're going to have a lot of fun this morning. Hopefully our witches from Macbeth are up to the challenge. Stick around to see how they do with our 3 Hoop Da Loop challenge.
It's going to be awesome.
Well, I kind of saw them backstage, and there's a perkiness that they have, which you'll see later, and I'm sure they're going to be absolutely amazing. But coming up after the break, we're talking about the latest celebrity couple to have announced that they are expecting a baby.
There's a bun in the oven. And then, of course, we're also going to celebrate SA's hip-hop stars and artists in the Hip-Hop Awards. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you the highlights after the break.
Your feel-good breakfast show Expresso loves to wake up the nation with inspiration, meaningful conversation and a lot of fun. We're also proud that this entertainment and interaction goes beyond TV, and we connect with the Expresso family on social media. So we're proud to announce that Expresso has been named by Africa Brand Index as the #1 TV show on social media in Africa. Expresso has top TV shows across the continent for communicating with our audience on social media. And this achievement is thanks to having the most awesome fans on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
We would like to say thank you so much to our online Expresso family for helping us become the #1 TV show on social media. Oh, it means so much to us to be able to interact with you, and we thank you for being on this journey with us every single day.
Expresso is known for its feel-good stories, and what I love about social media is seeing the response to these incredible stories. It's really heartwarming to see people sharing their own experiences or relay how the story has inspired them. It inspires us to keep finding and sharing these feel-good moments.
I love when the viewers laugh with us, when something funny happens during the show. We speak to the camera and we have a laugh in studio, but it's great that the conversation really becomes a two-way thing when we get to read the viewers' response and they are laughing along with us.
You too can be a part of the #1 TV show social media family on the continent, where you can take a peek behind the scenes and let us know how you feel about topics and stories on the show.
So if you're not part of our social media community yet, what are you waiting for? Please come and join the Expresso family. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And we would love to have your voice join our daily conversations.
Don't miss Expresso weekday mornings 6:30 to 9 a.m. on SABC3. The stage is yours.
Tra la la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3. This is line 4. 1, 2, 3. Tra la la. La. La.
Okay, is that better? Cool.
Okay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. That tune means one thing. Time for us to find out who is the next person
Dance
next up.
like this as well.
Well, it seems like the owner of Baked the Blog has baked a bun in the oven. Not that she's done it alone. She's done it, of course, with husband Wayne Parnell. But congratulations to fashion blogger Aisha Baker and cricketer hubby Wayne Parnell, who are expecting their first child together. Taking to Instagram, the fashionista shared the exciting news, revealing that she's already 20 weeks along, which makes her due date in June this year. Seems like a lot happened in June, my birthday month. June means that their little one will be arriving alongside our very own Katlako's little bundle of joy. Were you guys all drinking the same water? That's what I want to know.
Yes, we happen to be at the very same restaurant on the same day.
Oh,
no,
okay.
of course not. Come on, but congratulations.
But congratulations to these two.
I actually said that too. I sent her a text yesterday and I was like, baby parties.
Do we know the gender of their little one?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Not as yet. I'm sure they'll keep it a secret
It's going to be
for
a
a
stylish
while.
baby. Yours as
Absolutely.
well. Yours
Very
as well.
No, you don't have to do that, Zoe. You don't have to do
I'm
that.
just saying.
Don't say, it's going to be stylish.
picture her.
Yours as well. Like, am I some afterthought? What is this?
Well, see, if I see Aisha,
Please
I picture
don't.
a little girl.
Please don't.
And you're
It's
having
okay.
a boy.
But it's
so I was
okay.
thinking more.
Stop.
All the cute dresses and bows.
I'm just kidding.
Well, onto some music news now, where two of Africa's biggest musicians are teaming up for a hot new collaboration. None other than Casper Nyovest, who had a very great 2017, and then, of course, kicking 2018 off on a high note with a new track with Nigerian star Davido. The musicians announced the news on Twitter, compliments of a sneak peek at their studio time together. Child, it sounds like it's gonna be a treffer. That's all I'm saying. A treffer.
Wow. Well, congratulations. I think that's really, really great news for not only South African hip-hop, but for African music and artistry in general. And then speaking about that, I mean, the year 2017 was a really big one for the hip-hop scene when we talk about all of the awards that were taken, the stadiums that were filled, the collaborations that are now happening with international artists, truly showing that we are among the hottest artists out there in the world. Of course, the songs speak for themselves as well. But that gave all of our artists all the more reason to celebrate at the recent SA Hip Hop Awards.
Because I think I got shot with an arrow. When one thinks of the local hip-hop scene, it's difficult not to ponder on all the beef, the drama, and of course the politics. 2017 had many highs in the hip-hop world. That's why it's only fitting that we reflect on the year that was and of course look forward to 2018.
The coming year will see more international music collaborations and some young artists debuting on commercial radio, thanks to incredible successes in 2017.
I think what Casper has done recently to actually change the music scene, the music hip-hop scene, to actually open up so many opportunities for the youngsters to make them believe again and dream big. That for me was the highlight of the year.
Casper, Mufasa Nyovest, right? Questa on his winning in life and waleing in life and spiriting in life and all of those things. And then, of course, Rouge for making an incredible album.
Look, I got no ties to you. If you're leaving, I won't even fight for you. Talking about love when I'm just trying to tell you straight like I can't even lie to you.
I think I'm super proud of Shane. I just feel like real hip-hop is finally winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like hip-hop is finally winning. And Casper, you cannot deny what Casper has done. Questa, Casper, like they've just done so much. And for me, it's just more of the idea of people who literally did this from the ground up by themselves and then just built on and built an empire. Such respect for all three of those guys.
Questa owned it, you know, I mean, going over to the States, performing with T.I., you know, having the thing on Sway and his album as well. So I think he's definitely something special.
2018, you need to go for Cape Town. That's what I'm saying. I can't pinpoint one artist, but you guys haven't really met Cape Town yet, you know, on the South African scheme of things. On this scale, you've never really seen what Cape Town has to offer. I'm just one of the guys, you know. There's so many other males, females out there that are doing it, vocalists from R&B to hip-hop to electro. It's all out there, you know. So just keep your eyes glued to Kaapstad.
Baby, yes, baby, drop it down to the floor, you must just hold the canister, rolling with the youngster, with the youngster, with the youngster. Baby, yes, baby, yes.
I think 2018 we can't afford to sleep on anybody, you know. I think this year we expected certain guys to do certain things and they didn't. So for me, I'm all about the newcomer. I'm all about giving people opportunities, and you know, I'm kind of just hoping that they surprise us. So 2018 is open to anybody.
Fans embrace hip-hop's self-expression, so look out for edgy, lyrical, socially conscious and personal rhymes from local artists.
From Questa's international collaboration with Wale to Casper selling out Soccer City and almost ending his beef with AKA. Maybe that will happen in 2018, who knows? But nonetheless, we can't wait to see what's in store for the local hip-hop scene in the new year.
Undoubtedly, it's going to be a massive, massive year. So congrats to all of our big winners. Questa for me still stands out.
Absolutely, man.
Love the man.
Brilliant,
Absolute
brilliant.
champion. So now it's that time of the week again. You've guessed it. It's time for our favorite travel guessing game. It's a Travel Tuesday. So if you're a travel or geography lover, this one is definitely for you. Show us your travel smarts by guessing where in the world this week's mystery city is, and share your guesses on Twitter, Facebook, and as always, use the hashtag Expresso Show. So of course, we do give you some tips to make it a little bit easier and show you some spectacular pictures.
Absolutely, because we love those pictures. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this morning we are looking for the name of a city in northern Switzerland, a global center for banking and finance. Now, a great claim to fame is the fact that this city has been given the title as having the best quality of life in the world.
Really? Yep. Before you move there, the city has also got the largest number of public baths in the world. There are 40 of them in total in one city, with 18 located outdoors in the heart of the old town. And of course, St. Peter's Church stands joined to a medieval watchtower built for the local fire brigade. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a beautiful city, eh?
Old
now,
school.
did you know that the clock face of the city St. Peter Church is the largest in Europe? Now, Rome may have her fancy fountains as well that are good for making wishes and taking those selfies, but our mystery location has hundreds of fountains that allow you to quench your thirst in almost every corner of the city.
Sounds like heaven, really.
It does.
Looks a bit like heaven. Is that gold?
I wonder
Is
if
that
you
gold on the fountain?
walk in there, trumpet starts playing, I don't know.
It's crazy, and we can throw some chocolate in the mix there as well. Just throw some chocolate and maybe some knives, some multi-purpose knives. Now, we'd love to hear from you what city we are talking about. Please, as always, use the hashtag Expresso Show and hit us up on all of our social media platforms.
Sheesh. Alrighty, then stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show when we come back from a very short break. The three witches of Macbeth are back to cause chaos, and this is witchcraft like you ain't never seen it before, baby.
And man, are they perky. Also, Dr. Darren Green is in studio this morning, and we're talking about how to stick to those New Year's resolutions. Kat, have you stuck to yours?
I didn't make any.
Okay, that's a good thing too.
Do a quick like doing off.
Hello, Rudy.
Rudy and
Christopher.
loving the costume that she wears.
Wow.
So, hang on. The wrong song.
Wrong song. Wrong song.
Yeah.
So the first one's
No, next one.
the other one.
Yes.
And now you're mine. You can't stop the things I do. I ain't lying.
It's been 300 years, right down to the day.
Now the bitch is back. And there's hell to pay.
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine. Hello, Morning Expresso. This is Babs. I'm Morgan. This is me. What's your name? I put a spell on you. And now you're gone. Gone, gone, so long. My whammy fell on you. And it was strong, so strong, so strong, so strong.
Your wretched little lives have all been cursed.
Because of all the bitches working.
She's the worst.
I put a spell on you, and now you're mine.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
She ain't lying. If you don't believe, you better get superstitious. Ask my sisters.
She's vicious.
I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you.
I say ento pi, alpha maybe up and die. I say ento pi, alpha maybe up and die. In kama koriyama, in kama koriyama. Hey, hey, hi, hi, say, bye, 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 bye.
Wil je mekaar slaan nie?
So it's just on the spot, really. We travelled and we bumped. Morning, Lee.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The sand and water resistant Galaxy S8. Made for summer.
Welcome to us, your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso right here on SABC3. Welcome to your Tuesday. It's our lovely Tuesday. Listen, let's have some fun. Quickly take a look at what is all the stories that's trending on social media.
I love the James Bond recline, bro. You just like,
you know, I'm taking it
me and my
super
ladies.
easy.
Me and my ladies.
I'm hanging out with the two most gorgeous girls in the world. Yeah.
More like Charlie. Hello, Charlie. So it's Travel
angels.
Tuesday, right?
Of course,
and
of course.
we love travel pictures. Now,
Yeah.
why don't you do this? Take a 100 Rand Godzilla toy, a little bit of Photoshop, and a lot of traveling, and then you'll get these amazing set of pictures. Now, Ryan the Godzilla is traveling the world, wild shenanigans, and these Photoshopped pictures take about 4 hours to make.
It's a
But how
vacation. It's a
epic do they look?
vacation with Godzilla.
I know,
How
but it looks
brilliant
so
is that
real.
Photoshop though? Look at the reflection in the building.
So
Godzilla's
cool.
lipstick is very special as well.
That's
That
awesome.
Abbey Crossing.
All right, you should
on the
actually.
helicopters.
Abbey Road.
You should actually say Godzilla, because that's the
Godzilla.
Well, very cool.
That's cool, man.
Ryan Godzilling.
That's cool.
Wow,
What a
lovely,
great
man.
way to see the world, eh?
Very nice, without actually seeing.
Well,
Yeah.
we need to bring some cuteness into, our trend report, and introducing a new pet into the family is not always easy, especially if there are other pets around. Take a look at this new kitten, and the dog's not too sure about the new addition.
Oh my word. Oh my word. What?
Giving me the side eye.
Oh no.
Checking the side eye.
Oh, what?
He's not too sure about the kitten. He's not feeling it.
Oh,
my goodness.
Top class today. Give
Wow.
yourselves a round of applause.
That was
Top class,
good.
guys.
Well
Top
done.
class.
Well done.
Which was your favorite, the Godzilla or the completely freaked out dog? Let us know which hashtag, video, or story has caught your attention online this morning. Please, as always, share your thoughts with us. Connect with us on our Facebook and Twitter pages. And as always, use the Expresso Show hashtag. Now, you're going to have to emotionally prepare yourself. We might actually have a little bit of this going on in the studio. Can we just see the dog one more time, just so it stays in our mind's eye?
Okay, here we go, because it's just...
But you got to get the white of the eye.
You're only the water of the eye out there.
What is this? He's like, I'm not moving.
It's real. It's real. It's alive.
The minute that slap happened, he's like,
it's like, oh man.
what just happened?
It just kind of, it's the nature of cats and dogs. Dogs are so silly.
That's so funny.
Cats are so devious, sassy. They've got that 2018 sass. So
Yes, they do.
we've got that 2018
Dogs
sass.
for the win, man. Dogs for the win. Now listen, whether you covered it in high school or you've seen it on stage before, Gate 69 has decided to bring new life to the Shakespeare piece Macbeth. And let me guarantee you, what you're about to see right now is Macbeth unlike you remember it. And so to give us a bit more context on what really happened way back then, the three witches, dare I say, double, toil and trouble.
I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. You can't stop the things I do. I ain't lying.
It's been 300 years, right down to the day.
Now the bitch is back. And there's hell to pay.
I put a spell on you. And now you're Hello, Morning Expresso. This is Babs. I'm Morgan. This is Meave. What's your name? I put a spell on you, and now you're gone. Gone, so long. My whammy fell on you, and it was strong. So strong.
Your wretched little lives have all been cursed.
Cause of all the bitches working, she's the worst.
I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Watch out. She ain't lying. If you don't believe, you better get superstitious. Ask my sisters. She's vicious. I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. I say ento pi, alpha maybe up and die. I say ento pi, alpha maybe up and die. In kama koriyama. Hey, hi, say, bye, bye.
Yes, the three witches have certainly put a spell on us this morning. Good morning, ladies or gentlemen.
Morning.
So great to have you here this morning, back in the studio doing another great production. I need to just move this again, this is bothering me. But that was absolutely fantastic. So tell me about this form of Macbeth that people can see at Gate 69 that promises to put a spin on everything that we know so far.
Well, firstly, it's Shakespeare's. We've never seen or heard it before.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if they did it at school like this, we might have
remember all of it.
But this clever boy over here, he wrote it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what made you decide to write this piece?
Well, Macbeth is one of my favourite Shakespeare's, and we all did it at school. We all know the story, and I just thought it would be fun to put a Gate 69 spin on it.
Yeah. And so in what way is it different? If you could give us a little bit without giving away too much.
It is different in all sorts of ways. It is a very adult themed Macbeth.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not for young people at all. And there's certain plot twists in it that you would not expect.
How much of the original story have you actually taken and infused into
all of the plot points are there.
Yes.
It is Macbeth.
Yeah.
With one very important twist at the end.
Okay, this is a must-see. Tell me about the costume work, because you look absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Just picked this up downstairs along Sea Point.
Yeah, there's this guy who just walks around with a trolley full of costumes.
You know, costumes were designed by our director, Lisma Bardenhurst. And she has an incredible eye for this sort of thing. We just wanted to look like woodland creatures.
Yeah.
And this is what we came up with.
We kind of say whatever is the most ridiculous, that's what we want to look like.
Yes.
Go away and make that.
Tell me about each of your characters and their personalities that they bring on stage. I'm sure they're larger than life.
Yes, at Babs, which is the one next to me over here. She's very much the Afrikaans one in the little show we do. She's more concerned about eating and her stomach than anything
else. And the goddess of gluten.
Yeah.
And we'll fatten everyone up to eat them.
All right. That's Babs.
I play Morgan, very much I should imagine an old has-been showgirl. So she's the wannabe glamour puss of the group. And Yeah.
And I play Meave, who is a nymphomaniac.
Wow. All right. On that note, make sure you get your tickets. The show is on until February the 3rd.
Correct. Wednesday to Saturday, February the 3rd.
And that is at gate 69. And tickets will run between $450 and $595 a piece. Can we have more from you a bit later on in the
Yes.
show, please?
Yes, sure.
Yes, because you certainly
Yes,
have put a
yes.
spell on us.
In the national news this morning, Eskom says it is committed to releasing its interim financial results by the JSE's deadline of January the 31st. The power utility issued the stock exchange notice in response to a notice by the JSE yesterday, where it warned that it would delist Eskom's bonds if it does not release its interim financial report within the next 3 months, stipulated by its debt listings requirements. Eskom's interim results had been postponed since November 2017, but the power utility said that it would meet the JSE's deadline later this month. Economists say the South African Reserve Bank is likely to keep its purchase or repurchase rate at 6.7% this week, although it will probably lower its consumer inflation projections. The SARB is set to announce its decision on the repo rate on Thursday after a 2-day meeting of its Monetary Policy Committee, known as the MPC, the first of 6 scheduled for 2018. The Reserve Bank left the repo rate unchanged in November, saying it would be prudent to maintain the current stance of monetary policy. Now moving further abroad, a diamond thought to be the 5th largest of gem quality ever found has been discovered in Lesotho and could be worth as much as $40 million. The landmark discovery was found by Gem Diamonds, who unearthed the D-color stone at the Letseng mine in the landlocked southern African country and described the 910-carat find as of exceptional quality. The diamond is the largest to be mined to date in the region. And then finally, German Chancellor Angela Merkel is considering joining French President Emmanuel Macron at the World Economic Forum in Davos next week in what could turn into an epic clash of competing worldviews with US President Donald Trump. Merkel had been expected to skip the annual gathering of leaders, CEOs and bankers in the Swiss Alps for a third straight year. However, German officials say that she could travel to Davos after all, possibly setting up a major confrontation with Trump, who is expected to speak on the final day of the forum. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Let's kick it off with the ongoing battle in Pretoria, where bad light brought an early end to day 3 of the second test between South Africa and India yesterday. What a cracker it's turned out to be, with the Proteas now on 90 for the loss of 2. And by the close of play, South Africa had built a second innings lead of 118. That was after India had been bowled out for 307 earlier in the day. Virat Kohli putting in a captain's inning, 153. Of course, Amla and Markram both falling for just 1. But a 50 from AB de Villiers has restored some confidence, and that 4th day of action gets underway at 10 a.m. this morning. Now moving on to football, the focus of South African soccer shifted to knockout cup action again last night as the last 32 draw for the 2017-2018 Nedbank Cup took place in Sandton. Now bidding for their 3rd straight Nedbank Cup trophy, SuperSport United will get their title defence off with a round 32 clash against Bloem Celtic. Have to do it without Jeremy Brockie, though. He's confirmed his move to Sundowns. Now the fixtures, Kaizer Chiefs will face Golden Arrows Pirates, tackle Ajax, while Cape Town City go up against Bidvest Wits. Then staying with the beautiful game, Man United claimed all 3 points in the Premier League last night with a 3-0 win over Stoke City. So that win closes the gap down to 12 points between the two Manchester clubs. That's at the top of the table, of course. United sitting in second with 50 points, while City, they summit the table with 62. And United next take on Burnley in the Premier League this coming weekend on Saturday. Also in action, we've got Chelsea travelling to Brighton, while Man City welcome Newcastle United. Then on to tennis. Sadly, South Africa's Kevin Anderson fell out of the Australian Open in round 1 after a 5-set thriller and a loss to Great Britain's Kyle Edmund yesterday. Despite Anderson taking a 2-1 lead, Edmund managed to fight back in the final 2 sets to see out the epic win with 3 hours on court. Some other results from day 1 in Australia saw opening round wins for Rafa Nadal, clearly over his knee injury, Caroline Wozniacki and Yelena Ostapenko. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, on that note, let's take another look at the roads in Gauteng, Bedford View. On the N12 westbound, traffic is queuing heading towards Boeing Road Bridge due to a motorist diverting from a vehicle on fire on the R27. Then in Alexandra on London Road, there's also flooding in the river dip section, and you can expect delays on that route. And then moving to the Western Cape, just a quick train line update. On the Central Line, train services have been suspended and there are no replacement bus services available. Commuters are advised to please arrange an alternative means of transport for this week. That's where I leave your traffic for now. Another update coming your way just after 8.
All right, let's quickly take a look at your weather for another time. It's just after 7 o'clock right now. And it looks like South Africa can expect, once again, very hot temperatures going into your Tuesday. Temperatures reaching the high 20s, even mid-30s, and very hot in certain places. Uppington, over 40 degrees maximum today. Then there's also a couple of thunder showers expected up in north and in KwaZulu-Natal, and then down along the coast towards East London. Jou temperature, Polokwane begin op 13, dit styg na 'n maksimum van 28 grade. Mbombela 16, 27. Pretoria begin op 16, dit styg na warm 32. Johannesburg 15, 30. Mahikeng 19, 35. Klerksdorp 19 en 'n lekker warm 34 met 'n paar donderstorms. Kimberley ook 'n paar donderstorms vir jou Dinsdag 20 en baie warm later vandag 37 grade. Bloemfontein 18, 34, ook 'n paar donderstorms. Richards Bay 19, 28. Pietermaritzburg on 16 with a mild 24 and also a couple of thunder showers expected. Thunder showers for Durban today, 22 minimum with a maximum 26. Mthatha 14, 26. East London 20 with a maximum 24 degrees and a couple of thunder showers for your Tuesday. Cradock 15 this morning with a maximum 36. Port Elizabeth 19, 25. George 17, 24. Sutherland starting off on 11 with a maximum 30. Cape Town 18, 28. Worcester 15, 34. Springbok starting off on 11 minimum with a maximum 32. And Uppington very, very hot today, 24 minimum with a maximum of 42 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll bring you a final update just after 8.
Well, it's time for us to take a look at what's happening on social media. I don't know about you, but sometimes on a Tuesday, I feel like I need some Tuesday motivation, and that's why the hashtag Tuesday Thoughts is currently trending. Now, Salim says, sometimes by losing a battle, you find a new way to win the war. I like that one. Let's check out what Sir Ravindra says. Think before you speak. Read before you think. It's a formula to live a happy life. Preach. Moving down some more. This one says, love makes you strong in front of the world, but weak in front of the one you love. Wow, worth thinking about. And then Swami says, everybody has the capacity to love, but we have not utilized it. We've not thrown ourselves open. We've closed ourselves into our small my, me, and mine. Wow, really, really, really deep stuff. So if you need a little bit of motivation, go and check out that hashtag Tuesday Thoughts.
Yes. We're getting into the loop of things. Now, we showed you yesterday exactly what we intend to do by having fun with these hula hoops and our guests that join us on the show. And so today, the 3 witches of Macbeth at Gate 69 are here to try it out. Our very first challenges of the hoop de loop challenge.
I've got hope, man, because you've got a lot of hip.
We don't.
Y'all got a lot of hip,
when
man.
they were doing that performance, I put a spell on you. They had that whole thing. There was
cameras
hip
were
movement
falling
happening.
over, man.
All right. Okay, so ladies, witches, this is how it works. One of you is going to start off first with this big adult-sized.
Are we allowed to use your non-witch names?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Do you prefer it that way?
All right, so you're going to start because you're closest to me.
Okay.
Okay, and your hip is closest to my head here.
I need to adjust the costume.
Hold on, I need to explain the rest of the rules while you sling your scarf over your shoulder. So you've got to keep it on your hips while hula hooping for 30 seconds, right?
Okay. But because we love you guys so much, we're going to give you, for free, because you put on such a show earlier, 300 points. Boom.
Yeah.
Put those 300 points right in the bank.
All right. And so 30 seconds, you've got to keep it on. Doing that successfully, we will then add on a child-sized hula while you're doing that.
While that's all happening.
While that's all happening. So then you'll have 2 around.